Minister of Tribal Affairs and Hills Vongzagin Develte visits construction site of Medical College at Mata village in Churachandpur, assures to commence construction at the earliest. Convener of Human Rights Alert Bablu Loitongbam demands government to include special strategy for drug users in COVID-19 policy. Manipur reports 382 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 3 deaths cased in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 236. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 90.95 lakhs with over 45,000 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands above 93%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Kanel Shambanduram. Well, to stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the top stories and latest news at this hour. Minister of Tribal Affairs and Hills Vongzagin Develte visited the construction site of the Medical College at Mata village in Churachandpur today. The Medical College will be constructed at 25 acres across the hills under Manipur Tribal Development Corporation Limited (MTDC). Speaking to media, Minister Vongzagin Develte said that the construction of the medical college will commence after all necessary documentation has been completed. Speaking on the sideline, Principal Secretary Health and Family Welfare Vumlungmang Vulnand IAS disclosed that Ministry of Health Government of India has sanctioned 325 crore rupees for construction of the college and has released the first installment. The team also inspected the approach road and discussed the traverse method of the new alignment from the main road. The deemed road along the National Highway 150. Additional Chief Secretaries Pau Lung Mang Vaifai, IAS Churachandpur, DC Pawan Yadav, IAS ADC Chairman, SPs, SDOs and many officials accompanied the minister.
The medical college size, it is donated by the land owner, Mr. Bungjamuan. He has donated 25 acres.
So when will you start the work?
As soon as possible.
So what is the targeted date for completion of the work?
When it is started, it will fix the date.
This is the first medical college in the hill district of Manipur. And in fact, Honorable Chief Minister, as the in charge of Health Department, has advised us to speed it up as much as possible. And we are together exploring the best approach road so that as the construction work starts for the medical college, there is a proper communication system.
3.5 Collective strongly condemned the incident which went viral on social media where a COVID-19 positive drug user who fled from RIMS COVID care center was physically assaulted by RIMS staffs while restraining him. Speaking to media at Human Rights Alert Office in Kwakaithil, Thiam Laikai today, organization convener Bablu Loitongbam said those organizations working in the field of drug abuse prevention have been demanding government to chalk out separate plans for drug users since the beginning of the pandemic, as drug users are most likely to be affected if ever tested for COVID-19 positive. He lamented that a failure of authorities concerned to take timely action has led to increase in such unwanted incident. He demanded the government to include a special strategy for drug users in COVID-19 policy.
सरकार की कोविड रेस्पॉन्सेस दा ड्रग यूजर्स सिंगी स्पेसिफिक नीड मैम से फजन एड्रेस तो बिरगदी मसिगुम याम अनफॉर्चुनेट ओइबा इंसिडेंट सिंग से मसि अखोय खरा हंधरकनी हैदना अखोयना चपचाना थाजजै
नहान की रिम्स की कोविड केयर सेंटर दगी सेंथोरगा मोगी स्टाफ न तौरिबा एटीसीडुदी यामना वाखन यावदबा चाक चाबा मीना तौगदबा मोंग नते मोइना हैत्रगना ताकपीगे अखोय को हैत्रगदी अखोय मयाम केनो इनवाइट तो ड्रग यूजर्स सिंग कमाइन तो हैंडल तौगदगी से हैत्रगदी ताकपीगे sarkari karmasari ni na hairaga punamak haini ad moina lona bak tawni haibidi yamna lan wakaloni.
25 Assam rifles apprehended 2 drug smugglers in possession of 832 grams of suspected heroin powder from the Kaukald Lui at around 7 p.m. on the 20th of November. The arrested persons are 34-year-old Mung, son of Selt Ching Lung from the Sai Som village in Churachandpur district, and 26-year-old Hao Nao Haukip, son of Nung Mung Haukip from the T. Leijang village in Jakpikarong, Chandal district. The team also seized 2 kendo bikes and a cash of 6,220 rupees from them. The arrested persons along with the seized items have been handed over to OC Churachandpur police station. A case has been registered against the incident. Sugnu MLA K. Ranjit said relief materials were provided to the people of Sugnu constituency from March till November in view of COVID-19 situation. He added more than 2,000 people in and around Imphal city, including other Delhi wage earners, were also provided relief materials. He was speaking on the sideline of distribution of 5 kilograms of rice to people of Sugnu residing at Kalibari city today. Speaking on the occasion, MLA K. Ranjit says imposition of the lockdown has greatly affected Sugnu area, which mainly consists of the poor people. He asserted that he has been extending every necessary help to the people who lost their source of income due to the lockdown. Meanwhile, people of Sugnu residing in and around Imphal city also appreciated the MLA for his initiative.
aina commitment tawgibasi Bharat Sarkarna lockdown lokthokpa sibhawba aigi saitagi free of cost ta angamba paisa puthoga honagani haigibodo handak November thasina loire aduna Imphal da leibiriba leitalaira suruga nomaga leiriba isinau che chalsingna mathang thadagi di isa gi lamgi agenda gi kg amada lupa hum pi thokpa lobiro haidana simatanga Imphal da leiriba leitalaira singdai khanganjari aigi kendra gi card paibi family mayam bisina thamoi chauna ngasai akhoi hata phangdaba yadi habi wakhalon thadok hoi hingmin nagadabani ko haidana mayam cham anana ini yen basida ayaba pibi bagi damokta moi busu aina thagat chari hoi gi AAY gi card paiba gaidi 35 kg per beneficiary madusu kaidana free da asibo pidana lai
chahi manga dagina halloiraba mi sing modi seng kg manga free da dum thakuding gi leptana dum hoi MLA na mayam da thunganbi hoi gi liba volunteer sing da bawa khangba jaga mai di yum da bok chatlaga pibasu dum yawi sida khoina haraw phungdokchari amadi tungi lakadaba Sugnu kendra gi afaba tawrakpada hoi gi karanjitna sauba mateng mayam amusu tawi adu tungdasu tawu oisunu haina isorda jari.
23 out of 147 people were tested COVID-19 positive during today's sero-surveillance test carried out at Lilong and Wangjing Tentha constituency in Taubal district. 4 out of 16 people were tested COVID-19 positive during the test carried out at Gehu Konjil, and 2 out of 26 people were tested COVID-19 positive during the test carried out at Tyreld Makhong Junior High School of Lilong constituency. 13 out of 66 people were tested COVID-19 positive during the test carried out at Langathel Kaithel Macha, and 4 out of 39 people tested COVID-19 positive during the test carried out at the Tentha Primary Health Center of the Wangjing Tentha constituency. Surveillance teams will be further carried out at Hangam Thabi Community Hall and Haurebi Samru Khong Primary Madrasa of Lilong constituency tomorrow. It may be mentioned that 46 out of 367 people have been tested COVID-19 positive in both the constituency. Surveillance is being carried out by 4 medical teams targeting 500 people per center in both the constituency, whereby elections were held recently and many voters flouted COVID-19 SOPs. Even on the 3rd day of the surveillance test today, many are still reluctant to come out for COVID-19 test. Samaj Seva Nupilupt SSNL Yumnam Huidrom Makha appealed microfinance and other concerned to stop collection of the loaned interest and other related money collection in view of inconveniences facing people due to COVID-19 situation. JAC formed against the killing of the Guru Mayum Suraj Kumar carried out protest demonstration at the end of Singjamai Nakrabalayrak, demanding to book accused G. Molecule Sarma and award befitted punishment within 48 hours. Speaking at the protest, JAC advisors Sanaujamd Syamd Charand appealed people not to provide shelter to accused G. Molecule, who is absconding since yesterday. He warned that the JAC and family members of the deceased will launch various intense agitation if the State Home Department failed to book the miscreant within 48 hours.
G molecule Harma City, Lepak Miam, Hena Kangaba Mini, Maramdi, with the part of Tabakaya Toba, Hana Roising the Pasapi, Nigata, Jinabi, Hawk Moki Toribanipa, Makok Jack of Nipa Sida, Charkarna, gun license Piduna, no mission, even no Hibase, I could Wakatni, Mangon the Pai, no way say, Lakot Piu, Hibase, Orelli, I could Miang, Clubki, Maki, Hanna, Hirabo, Habida, no way is Marcus, never the gay, Narangi Tolo say, Talk Hibani, Hausiti Mihat, Tina Lava Mihat. Tamti ni pa se hanana phabiu G molecule Sharma ngarang mi se halama ba matungda mahak mangkhre kadai de noma lolam gani kana guma imung amagi yumda leram gani mahak pu ngakpi senbiri bu singdo ngakpi senbi ganu pung ni phuni pani manungda mihat pa phabiu haiba ikoi demand si phabi raktragadi JC gi akhanna ba mifam amaga loinana mama mapagi wa sutaraga line of action ikoi kari tawgudage haiba se mayam da lokthokchagani.
Members of CC Higher Secondary School's 2002 Alumni Association carried out protest demonstrations today demanding to award befitted punishment to former independent candidate of Singjamai Assembly constituency, Guru Mayum Molecule. It may be mentioned that G Molecule killed his nephew Guru Mayum Suraj Kumar from Singjamai Chingamathak Nakrabalayrak yesterday. Speaking to media during the protest carried out in front of school, Ged at Sanjantong, one member of the Alumni Association termed a failure of the Manipur Police Intelligence Wing to nab the perpetrator of the incident, which occurred right at the center of Imphal city, as unfortunate. The association also demanded Home Department to newly review issuance of gun license.
License gun people sida koina any XYZ the people yarabra haibagi achouba question ma hangzari adudi si sign people yaragadi kai haitare khoigi sign thoi incident mayam se repeatedly dum thola ni haitare aduna khoigi license gun people da koi concern authority, that is koi Home Department siduso mo aina koina mur alumni association on behalf request tawjari adudi people da kai haitare screening fan tawbiu magi sagon the mental status mayam se fadana yenga behind is ningi aduga lekidraba koi Guru Mayum Suraj Kumar Sharma mogi yumgi awa ana da koi saruk yazari.
Protest demonstrations were carried out at various areas of Thongju against the live attempt on the Joint Secretary of Thongju Kendra Tengbang Lupt Olalend by a non-miscreant on 20th of November. Speaking during the protest meet organized by Torban Khetri Laikai Development Committee today, one protester termed the incident as unfortunate. He appealed government to book the culprits involved in the incident at the earliest. The protesters said Thongju Kendra Tengbang Lupt has been carrying out various welfare activities in view of the ongoing pandemic. He also appealed those concerned not to repeat such incidents which create fear psychosis to people.
Manung kita gaji si thong ai hek khamagi matang sida moin hairei ba wahai si kaisu thodok pa harakte mani lokhalo hai ba wahai sidang hair matung sida thilak pane ba moin ena thilai se ko mi man di adum tai mani lokhalo hairei ba adaida aina hajening ba mana ai cham ne hingjaba mishamani ai kana gumba nuai na ta ba kari gumba ai hiram amata ta kari gumba mayamna yadaba thaba ama tawgiba khokhiba su leite aigi yengnaba nungaitaba ama su leite tawbodabu ai singibai wa ma khetilekai torban khetilekai development committee gi vice president ama oina hojiki matam sida kogi awana tariba covid na maram oiduna awana tariba singsida awa tengbang pholam piba khotpa mayamgi angamo thakta I mateng pangjeri aduga loila na kogi TKL gi koi joint secretary mo oina thongju kendra gi kogi angamba thakta awana taraba mayam simaki su ai mateng pangba khotpa sida yam kanna mateng pangba yaujeri.
Southeast Youth Organization SEO Club condemned the live attempt on the Joint Secretary of Thongju Kendra Tengbanglub or Leland by unknown miscreant on November 20. Press release from the club also warned whoever found involved in drug abuse and addiction activities in area under the club to bear the consequences. Members of Ragailong Pai, Ragailong Women's Society and Ragailong Youth Club accorded a warm welcome to Mahud Social Welfare and Cooperation Minister Okram Henry at Ragailong Women's Society Hall today. The minister was honored with Kabui traditional sold on the occasion. Speaking at the event, Minister Okram Henry assured to take up various welfare activities along with people, stating that he was not able to take up the full-fledged developmental programs as an opposition MLA before. He now assured to take up welfare activities for the state as well as for Wangkai constituency. He also assured to complete pending development works of the Ragailong village by considering village leaders and take up the new initiatives as well. Member of Ragailong Pai, President of the Ragailong Women's Society Purnima Kamaipui and people of the area attended the event.
Mamang dadi ay nag-opposition MLA oibene ipa oy mayam adai ima election video mayam dina ay wona wa hine na hek break kaw ba hay tare Hositi adu kumpul kayum khanmil rono ay na loina bak ay na hana law hokiba mayam awada pale na magasu JNU ibu oiro ukhi buki ibu oiro khakra ning sangi ba mayam singse loina bak ay na commit to kiba mayam ta matam chana pangthok pangapna ba isini naw mayam ima ipa mayam well wisher de ba mayam singna ay bu khanghan bi ba loina na pangthok pangapna ba ay bu cooperation BBO hai ba hai da ba ay na hana commitment pinama mafam mayam plus awat pa mayam singdo athu buda ay pangthong na masinjage.
Chairman of Coordinating Body of Trade Union Manipur, Sotan Kumar, said arrangements are all set to extend full solidarity to the nationwide general strike against anti-farmer and anti-labor policy of the NDA government on 26th of November. He was speaking during a press meet held at Irawat Bhavan near Rupmahal Tank today. Sotan Kumar said the general strike is led by National Trade Union and other independent organizations, mainly INTUC, AITUC, CITU, HMS, AIUTUC, TUCC, UTUC, AICCTU, LPF, SEWA, independent federations of banks, teachers, BSNL, accountant generals, insurance employees and schemed workers. He appealed people of the state, especially farmers, to extend solidarity to the general strike for a new India.
Harota farmer karor kaya sara hin lakani mathanda atma ghat torga sirak pagi akiba kaya masigi bill sing sina oira kadori bane sinmi sing na lengbo ot pa yaroi da ba senjau pai ba sina ton ngal taw da ba sumba akiba phangba kudong thininga ba film kaya ma thola ga ne maram asidagi akoi bharot le river central trade union sing lomi sing organization sing farmer sing adu lerena khet mazdur kangbu mayam sing asidi bharot punamak Sin betungna angak papangna modi lenga ki mayok to hore maram asidagi khare hena kanchan be ho mogi tangai phadawala padagi handak la kadoriba November gi tangkun ge taruk sel barot sin betungna general strike to gadori general strike ase koi Manipur dasu yamna thina mai pakani haibagi koi thajabale re ayuk ki pung taruk tagina nungthin pung taruk phaw to gani bank punamak thonglon gani insurance punamak adu sarkar gi karmachari sing office karoi Kaithen mai bin sing kaithen karoi achat o gari sing lepkani essential service kak natana
Irandam Kanba Punbalub Equaled and organizations for women against crime condemned the brutal rape and murder of a girl from Imphal East District. Press release from the two organizations urged the authorities concerned to award befitting legal punishment to the culprits involved in the incident at the earliest. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
I30 Learning Center na affordable fee structure da physical classes amadi online live class tawduna IIT JEE Advanced NEET amasung ate board exam singlai na ngamhali class 8 to 10 ge science subject ki foundation classes commerce ki CA foundation course phangiragani November tha asida underprivileged family tigi meritorious student manga khungatuna free the JEE Advanced khudong chabaga loinana all India merit scholarship exam thahangani enroll tawkhaba mahairoi shingi pungani gi oiba free online test holiday khuding ki tawgani enroll gi damak I30 Imphal da contact tawiyu.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin. India's COVID-19 tally has crossed 90.95 lakhs with 45,209 new cases reported in the last 24 hours, while about 44,000 COVID patients have recovered in the past 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 85,21,617. Country's recovery rate stands at 93.69%. As per the Union's Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, that toll has reached 1,33,227. Inactive COVID-19 cases have come down to 4,40,962. Maharashtra is still on top with above 80,000 active cases, followed by Kerala with above 66,000 active cases of COVID-19. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 5 crore 86 lakh 19,000 people, and nearly 1 crore 3 lakh 88,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 4 crore 5 lakh 79,000. United States of America is on top with more than 47 lakh 86,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil, while China, from where the pandemic started, is at the 68th position with just 316 active cases of COVID-19. Manipur reported 382 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 3 death cases in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, the press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 23,400, out of which 3,146 are active cases. It is to be noted that Manipur has the second highest active cases of COVID-19 in the northeast states. In the last 24 hours, 3 patients, a 61-year-old male from Imphal West, a 45-year-old male from Thoubal, and a 74-year-old male from the Vishnupur passed away at RIMS and CG hospitals, respectively. With this, that toll has reached 236. On the positive note, 205 people were discharged in the past 24 hours, and recovered cases have reached 20,018. Recovery rate stands at 85.84%. Out of the newly infected, 306 are from general population and 76 are CAPF. Newly infected persons are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. Waitun Gram Panchayat felicitated 7 individuals of Kundrakpam constituency, including 3 medal persons, today. The event was held at the Waitun Maning Lekai Community Hall. They are editor of Impact News, Raj Nongtokpam, ISTV reporter and Sana Jauba, and Tom TV reporter Yaifaba. Manipur Inner MP R.K. Ranjan accorded a warm welcome to various renowned people of Jiribam who joined BJP Jiribam Mandal today. Pradhan of Dibong Gram Panchayat Jiribamd R.K. Novind Shana, Upa Pradhan T.H. Indra Kumar, Jila Parisad of the Barak Circle T.H. Somorjit, Pradhan of Latingkhal Gram Panchayat Makhond N.S. and other people who joined BJP Jiribamd Mandal were received during the grand reception held at BJP Jiribamd Mandal office in Dibong. Jiribamd Adakshya K.H. Janaki, spokesperson of BJP Manipur Pradesh Eld Virjit and former Minister A. Virend attended the event. MP Dr. R.K. Ranjan distributed Pradhan Mantri Jan Aryogya Yojana PMJAY cards to the residents of Jiribamd district today. And enrollment program was also held at the event organized by Jiribamd Jila Parisad. Speaking on the sideline, MP R.K. Ranjan urged those concerned candidates to ensure that the benefits of such welfare schemes initiated by the central government reach the public instead of only soliciting votes from them. Jiribamd Deputy Commissioner W. Malemnganba Chenglei, IAS and Adakshya K.S. Janaki took part in the event held at PWD Guest House in Babupara in Jiribamd.
Janaki na silaga ngasi Pradhan Mantri gi Arogya gi card e-card asi yeli bese asina taba CM gisu honorable CM gisu haksel gi tengbang I card se kaya yamna pangrage pangdage se masidi district administration na natraga medical department na hairak bangai roi da bani even a single individual who is sensitive on these issues adu arbo di mana website ta hangdoga computer tor internet tor loin sabi ba su yai sabam ju thok bani ado particularly I would like to appeal aikogi Jiribamd leriba Bharatiya Janata Party gi Mandal gi office amasung masida wak toriba aikogi karmi singna praja gi khallaga sidi hanana mangjona na tobigadabane.
Former President of Lomi Sinmiapun Balup Lokshal, Dr. K. Vagyachandra administered the oath to the newly elected executive members of Lokshal for the year 2020 to 2023 at the shrine of Lining Thoshanamahi Kyong Nongmajing Hill today. And the Churamani will serve as President, Eld Kiranjit as General Secretary and P. Inaubi as Publicity Secretary. A new branch of Jiri Development Organizations JDO was opened at Boro Bekra in the Jiribamd district today. JDO advisor Dr. S. Arun Kumar administered oath to the new members of the newly opened branch at JDO office Babupara. Winners of the third state-level solo dance competition organized by Film Academy Manipur were felicitated at Aryan Theatre Wahingbam Laikai today. Chairman of the Film Forum S. Mangol Jao, FA and President S. Momond, President of RPIA Manipur's Maheshwar and Lamyanba Ipu and other attended the event. The competition aims to promote new artists of the state. 51 competitors of the competition were also given consolation prizes at the event. Facebook group Machu Kayagi Laichel today felicitated winners of the online photo contest organized in relation with Ningol Chakoba Festival. Speaking during the event held at Hotel de Christina, founder of the group Y Mike said the contest was held to encourage the women on the occasion of Ningol Chakoba as it is one of the most important festivals of the state. He assured that the group will extend their support in fight against COVID-19. Face masks and sanitizers were also distributed at the event.
mamang gitang taraga ni thoi dagi horga machu kaya ge lechanna ningol sing sakau busiga mari lainana koina contest ama kak sinjai haiba contest asida koi ngasi that 22 sida koi dam prize yen thokpagi thorom asi pangthok chabani aduga tasengna kari gi damakta koina machu kaya ge lechan tholi bano na hai taragadi machu kaya ge lechan haiba si manipur sida koi ge jati mayam na khundamina ba tare jati mayam asi makhan mayam gi jati na khundamina bani adu jati mayam si khundamina haibadi yadabani na adu pulap subchan balon da har kanda koina machu kaya ge lechan na haijabani aduga machu kaya gi moto sina machu kaya ge lechan gi moto sina jati khuding ima amatagi machani haiba.
Now the news from the world of sports. Didim Road Athletic Union Trau opened its cricket academy today. Trau Kwakaitel first got involved in cricket on 1986 and proceeded to qualify for Senior A group in 1993. The club is currently playing in the elite group of the Manipur Cricket Association. It may be mentioned that Trau Kwakaitel has produced many efficient cricketers of the state, many of whom have participated in the national level competition, played grouped Ranji Trophy. The club has initiated several efforts to mold budding cricketers from the grassroots level. Speaking to media, Kaisamthong MLA Eld Jayant Kumar and the former captain of Trau Kwakaitel T. Biju have urged the public to extend their support and cooperation to uplift cricket sport in the state, which is famous as the powerhouse of sports of India. Corporator of IMC Ward number 12, the Kaisamthong constituency, P. Premila, Trau President Eld Vagatond, Yas Director T. Fulend, and many people took part in the event.
National Education Policy Madudasu Sanavan Havase Masi Chumnagi Chamna optional Loina Maduto Natabata Saki Sato Ribukrimagda Sanavad Hatna Havase Masi Tangai for the Makalgi necessary qualification or Gedoni Tuga Matugi celebration Chingadabni Havagi Kennedy George in the Kana Mupto Bamasung Hagi Hariba see policy city of the layer. It can have Manipur soil the Anouchang Bamasung Manipuri Sana racing the motivator income earned Lubungamba the Colina Matula excellent Utpangam Makalgi sports discipline amani Traugi unit Lamoya academy say Okomiam Song Hingan Masong Sangsum Live Kangusin Namasung Pajasing the Pam and Bamas Masakangan but the Kalay India then nobody Yam Tuna Manipugiri printed Hosik young letter junior categories in the Adu Nato the Hena Wang Makalgi national level Matugi Hanava Putupang no Havagi the honor of the Sigi Academy Tomating Ogani and the Kalay.
Cricket ki sida vision nam yam sangna yengba matamda khoi cricket ki to khoi ni sonda horisi kari gi noina khanba matamda khoi gi facility adagi coaching gi institute leitaba adagi infrastructure ji kitang khoi na India gi atop state ta leinari ba facility ji ga khoi kitang handana khoi kitang maning da lehobani na khoi sigi ngamna ba almost moi gi tanaba si yam kanna mangjin thana khoi moi digi chen gi haiba natraga su moi gi matung in butang ngamna bana khoi ngasi gi facility je khoi myam tanaraga cricket lovers myam tanaraga khoi sigi no je chingo chabani adu asonda leiduri ba pisina cement leire next akoi gi middle da mayai da leire sina akoi gi astro turf se Manipura akoi gi hamba oidoi ni akoi na thariba astro turf sina aduga sigi ani suriba sida hujik lotion dana leiriba sina akoi clay gi pitch oidoi ni.
Manipur Swimming Association notified that registrations are open for swimmers and coaches affiliated to the unit. The notification was issued following a notice by Swimming Federation of India. Xerox copies of date of birth certificates and Aadhaar card along with 2 passport-sized photos should be submitted to the Secretary of the Manipur Swimming Association for the same latest by 30th of November. Press release from the association notified that those who fail to register within the given times will not be allowed to participate in any national swimming competitions. Northeast United Football Club emerged successful at the second match of the 7th Indian Super League. In the second match played at the Tilak Maidan Stadium yesterday, Northeast United Football Club defeated Mumbai Football Club by 1-0. The lone winning goal was scored by Northeast United Football Club's player Kweshi Apia at 49th minute from a penalty. Mumbai Football Club player Ahmed Johor was given a red card by centre referees at 43rd minute. The league is held under the aegis of All India Football Federation, hosted by Goa. Football Club Goa will play against Bengaluru Football Club at the third match of league at Fatodra Stadium at 7:30 tonight. Mohammed Nawaj, Makand Choto and Sai Nung Lind Dongild from Manipur will play in the Football Club Goa, and Wung Ngayum Mui Rang, W. Shuresh Thoi Singh, Ajay Chetri and Roshan Udanta and Semboy Haukib will play in Bengaluru Football Club. District Football Association has warned all the referees and players of IEDFA not to take part in any football tournaments which are not recognized by the association amid the coronavirus pandemic. Press release from IEDFA General Secretary Dr. M. Manimohan warned disciplinary actions against violators. Russia's Daniil Medvedev will face Dominic Thiem of Austria at the finals of the ongoing 51st Nitto ATP tennis tournament. It is this year's last ATP Tour tournament played at the indoor hardcourt of the O2 Arena in London. In men's singles semi-final matches, world number 3 Austria's Dominic Thiem has defeated world number 1 Novak Djokovic of Serbia 3-6, 7-6, 7-4, 6-3, and world number 4 Daniil Medvedev of Russia has beat world number 2 Spain's Rafael Nadal 7-5, 6-7, 10-12, 7-6, 7-5 to enter the finals. Altogether, 8 players divided into 2 groups competed in the round-robin matches, out of which only 4 players competed in the semi-finals. Final match will be played tonight. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Minister of Tribal Affairs and Hills Vongzagint Velte visits a construction site of the medical college at Mata village in Churachandpur, assured to commence construction at the earliest. Convener of Human Rights Alert Bablu Loitongbam demands government to include special strategy for drug users in COVID-19 policy. Manipur reported 382 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 3 death cases in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 236. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 90.95 lakhs with over 45,000 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands above 93%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin, which will be presented by our anchor, Mr. Okram Somarendro. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.